Okay, so in this explainer, we are going to break down step by step how you can stop living paycheck to paycheck. And we're going to do it with a 30-day psychology-based money reset. Let's just dive right in. Does this sound familiar? You get paid, you feel good for a day or two, and then poof, you check your account and wonder where it all went. If it feels like your salary just vanishes into thin air, you are definitely not alone. And what we're about to go over could seriously change things for you. So, here's the good news. We're going to walk through a simple 30-day plan designed to break that cycle once and for all. And look, this is not about making extreme sacrifices or giving up every single thing you enjoy. It's a mental reset, a psychological shift to put you back in the driver's seat.
First things first, to get out of the trap, we really have to understand what it is. And trust me, it's way more than just a numbers problem. It's a mindset.
Living this way, it takes a huge emotional toll, doesn't it? It's that constant stress just humming in the background. It's that nagging anxiety about what happens if the car breaks down. When you have no savings buffer, you're always stuck in survival mode, just trying to make it to the next payday. This right here, this really gets to the core of it. The trap keeps your brain stuck in this reactive short-term mode. You're constantly just putting out fires. The escape isn't about suddenly earning a ton more money. It's about shifting your entire mindset from just reacting to problems to actually, intentionally planning for your future. That feeling of being stuck, that constant reaction mode, it can stop. And you know what? That change starts right here, right now.
All right, so here it is, the main event, your 30-day escape plan. We've broken it down into 4 simple, totally clear weekly missions.
We're going to start with awareness. Then we'll move to taking back control. After that, we create cash flow. And finally, we build for stability. Each week builds on the last one, creating this powerful, positive momentum. Okay, mission 1 is all about awareness. For 7 days, your only job is to track every single dollar that you spend. Think of it like walking into a dark room and just flipping on the light switch. Now, this next part is maybe the most important part of the whole plan, the mindset. No guilt, no judgment. Seriously, shame makes us want to hide. But if you remove the judgment, you're not a bad person. You're just a detective, gathering clues. You're just getting the data. Now, in week 2, with all that data you gathered, it is time for mission control. This is where you take your first big actions. Go through those bank statements and be ruthless. Cancel any of those sneaky subscriptions you don't even use. Then, based on what you learned last week, create a few simple spending categories and give them realistic limits. This is where you start telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Week 3 is all about creating some breathing room. We call it Cash Flow Week. The goal here is just to make a few small, intentional changes. For most of us, a huge category is food, right? So can you pack a lunch a few times this week? And for those impulse buys, try this, a 24-hour rule. If you still want it a full day later, then you can think about it. It's not about saying no to everything. It's about spending with purpose. And that brings us to our final mission, stability. This is where you build your first financial shield. You're going to start a small emergency fund. And the key, the absolute key, is to automate it. Set up an automatic transfer, even if it's for a tiny amount. And then do something fun. Create a visual tracker, like a little chart you can color in. Our brains love seeing visual proof of progress. It gives you a little dopamine hit and makes you want to keep going. So how small can you start? I mean, are we talking $50? $100? How about this small? Just $10. The amount, honestly, it doesn't matter at first. What matters is the habit. This simple act of moving $10 from one account to another proves to yourself that you can do it. And this quote, this gets to the absolute heart of the entire plan. So many of us think, if I just earned more, I'd be okay. But real financial freedom, it starts when you master and control the money you already have. That is the fundamental shift. So you might be thinking, why is this 4-week plan so effective? It's not magic, I promise. It's all based on the simple psychology of making progress. It all boils down to something called the compound effect. Small, smart choices, when you do them consistently, they build on each other. Canceling one subscription, it feels small. Saving $10 feels small. But every single action is a tiny win that your brain registers. This builds your confidence. It makes the next step feel easier, and that creates momentum that leads to huge, life-changing results down the line. And that compound effect, all that powerful momentum, it all starts with just one single decision. So let's talk about the very first step you can take right now to get that control back.
Here it is. Your call to action is so simple. Just start. Start today. Don't get overwhelmed thinking you have to change your entire life overnight. That's not how it works. Just focus on this week's mission. If you're on day one, your only job is to track what you spend. That's it. Just focus on the very next step in front of you.
And what's the real prize here? After these 30 days, yeah, you'll probably have more money in your account, and that's great. But the real reward, the thing that is truly going to change your life, is the feeling of being in control. And that is a feeling you just can't put a price on.